Businessman Shabangu has stressed that there was no corruption committed in the lease agreement for the police headquarters in Pretoria, and the UN Secretary-General says Durban can produce the expected outcomes if there's unity among world leaders at the COP17 Climate Change Conference. Ambosisiwa Khadebe with the latest news update. Businessman Shabangu has stressed that there was no corruption committed in the lease agreement for the police headquarters in Pretoria between his company and the Public Works Department. Shabangu, who is the managing director of the Roo Property Fund, says he has evidence to prove that the procurement process followed in the Middestad lease was in accordance with common practice within the department. The agreement has led to the suspension of National Police Commissioner Bheki Cele and the dismissal of Public Works Minister Gwen Mahlangu Nkabinde. Shabangu explains.
Find out that there's a lot more leases. Actually, just in the Pretoria area only, 73% of the leases were done, on negotiated bid process, and which is why we're trying to question now, if our lease is invalid on the basis of that, why are the other leases, not been declared, the same?
The presidency is today expected to release the Donnan Commission of Inquiry report into South Africa's involvement in the Iraq Oil for Food program. Deputy President Kgalemela Motlanthe and Human Settlements Minister Tokyo Sekgwale are believed to be named in the report. The SABC's Asanda Mautsonyane reports.
Former President Thabo Mbeki established the commission in 2006 to investigate how money flowed from Iraq to an ANC bank account. It submitted its report to the presidency in June 2006. However, Mbeki referred it to the Justice Department for assessment and advice. The United Nations established the Oil for Food program in 1995. It was set up to allow Iraq to sell oil on the world market in exchange for food, medicine and other humanitarian needs for ordinary Iraqi citizens without allowing that country to boost its military capabilities. I'm Asanda Matsaonyane for SABC News.
The SABC has reliably learnt that the National Council of Provinces House chairperson for committees, Bapi Tau, is to be elected chairperson of the ad hoc committee on the Protection of State Information Bill. The National Assembly approved the controversial bill last week. The names of those who will serve on the committee have already been published. The ad hoc committee will consist of 15 members, 10 from the ANC, 2 from the DA, and 1 member each from the IFP, COPE, and the ID. The committee is expected to start operating early next year. And lastly, UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon says Durban can produce the expected outcomes if there's unity among world leaders at the COP17 Climate Change Conference. As the talks enter the high-level segment, the UN chief says there should be clarity on the future of the Kyoto Protocol and the launch of the Green Climate Fund. He's been speaking at the launch of the UN's Momentum for Change initiative on the sidelines of the conference. Ban says world leaders must look beyond their borders in finding solutions to climate change. Catch the latest news anytime here on Newsbreak Option 1.